Home-based skill apprenticeships. How learning from within the home quietly reshapes mastery and attention. Where learning begins without announcement. It does not start with a formal decision. No enrollment, no schedule written down. It begins by watching. Someone is doing something repeatedly and you are close enough to notice. The movements seem ordinary at first, almost too simple to matter. But over time, patterns begin to appear. What looked effortless starts to reveal structure. Learning begins before it is named. The quiet repetition of everyday practice. In a home environment, skills are not taught in isolated sessions. Actions happen again and again, not for practice, but because they are needed. This repetition builds familiarity without pressure. There is no performance attached to it. The skill develops gradually, shaped by consistency rather than intensity. Observation before instruction. Before anything is explained, it is observed. Learn where to look, what to notice, and how details connect. Timing, sequence, and small adjustments become visible through repeated exposure. Instruction feels like clarification, not introduction. The understanding is already forming. Words simply give it structure, mistakes that stay within the space. Errors happen quietly in this kind of learning. No audience, no immediate evaluation. Mistakes are corrected through repetition rather than judgment. Less hesitation in trying again. This allows the process to continue without interruption. Improvement becomes part of the routine. The role of patience in skill development. Skills learned at home follow a slower rhythm. There is no fixed timeline for mastery. Progress is measured in subtle changes rather than clear milestones. This pace requires patience, but it also allows for deeper understanding. Attention remains on how it is done. Over time, this creates a more stable form of learning. How space shapes learning. The environment itself becomes part of the process. Familiar surroundings reduce distraction and allow focus to settle naturally. Tools and materials are always within reach. Learning is not separated from the place where it is used. This connection makes the skill feel integrated. It belongs to the space as much as to the person. The absence of formal evaluation. Without formal assessment, learning feels different. No scores or grades define progress. Improvement is noticed through ease and consistency. Tasks that once required effort become automatic. This shift is gradual, but it is clear. The absence of evaluation removes pressure, allowing attention to remain on the process itself. Passing knowledge without structure. Knowledge is often passed informally. It moves through demonstration, correction, and shared experience. This transmission is not standardized, but it is continuous. Each person adapts what they learn to their own way of doing things. The skill evolves slightly with each new learner. A different definition of mastery. Mastery in this context is not marked by completion. It is recognized through consistency and confidence. The skill becomes part of how you move and think. It does not require conscious effort. Instead of being something you perform, it becomes something you carry. This form of mastery is less visible but deeply rooted. Final thoughts. Home-based skill apprenticeships show that learning does not always require formal systems. It can develop through observation, repetition, and environment. Without pressure or strict structure, skills grow naturally. The process is slower but often more integrated. It reminds us that learning is about attention, presence, and continuity. Thanks for watching.